Welcome back. You are watching Choice 2017. We are on the battlegrounds. Tonight, we focus on the Elgeyo-marakwet County gubernatorial race. Once again, joining me in studio is the incumbent who's seeking for a second term, Alex Tolgos, as well as Moses Changwany, who is the former immediate managing director of Sasinity. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. We were on balancing out jobs and resource allocations for the people of Keyo and Marakwet, and you have been accused of favoring people from your community, which is Marakwet.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I've just explained on distribution of employees in the county, and that's on record. It cannot be changed, and my friend can always go to the county and get information from County Public Service Board. But when it comes to the issue of resources, he's talked about 2013-2014 financial year, and I must say that when we were doing our budgets that financial year, we were balancing using the sub-counties. So for Changwany to compare Chepkorio, Wat, and Endo is misinforming the public, because what he should have done is to compare Chepkorio Ward and maybe Soy North, Soy South, because that is where we balance. But in terms of sub-counties, we ensure that every sub-county got equal share of funds.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think audited accounts are public information.
Yeah.
I think we will all verify this for ourselves.
Yeah.
You did allocate 40 million shillings to Aror Ward, and I got 4 million shillings for each of the other wards.
That's
so
why
anyway, it is a public document, and I think
it's a public document,
we can always verify that. But
what I'm saying is that you cannot compare Endo Ward and Chepkorio, because what we were doing is balancing wards. Because what Chepkorio
didn't... one ward, like he says, allocated
what Chepkorio didn't receive was taken to another ward in Keyo South, but not in Marakwet. But what Changwany is trying to do is to compare what it was in one ward of Keyo South and one ward in Marakwet. Because also in Marakwet, when you look at a ward like Embabut, they didn't receive, they received less than 10 million that financial year, meaning that what was supposed to go to Embabut ward went to Endo ward in that sub-county.
Yes.
So
let me let him respond to that.
It is public knowledge, and that can be verified. But let me also, what rationale, for example, did you use to have 6 directors in Aror, and in each of the other wards along? I mean,
who are these directors in Aror?
Because they are there. It's public information.
It's public information, but you tell me, because
but you have 6 directors.
As far as I know, is that if at all people have to complain about directors, because we know that when we employ directors, we balance per sub-county.
Who are these directors?
Who are these directors?
No, he knows. He has 6 directors in Aror, and I know each other ward has only one director.
As far as I'm concerned, I only have one director in Aror, and you should tell me the rest of the directors who are from Aror.
I want us to move into something else. Why did you sack your deputy governor?
First of all, I must say that in 2013, we ran with Changwany in the nomination, URP nomination, which I beat him. And after that, in order to balance all the sub-counties, because we had a women rep from Keyo South, personally coming from Marakwet West, and our senator coming from Marakwet East, we had to pick somebody from Keyo North. And I gave the elders of Keyo North an opportunity to pick for me a deputy. And to me, I think we've worked with my deputy for that period. But there are some instances where I was not happy with this performance.
What were these instances?
First of all, I must say that the community of Keyo North didn't appreciate that they had somebody by the deputy governor. Because I personally went to a meeting in his backyard, and the people were complaining that they don't have anybody. I've never employed anybody in that community. But when I told them that I have a deputy governor, they said they don't recognize him. And then also, there are other issues. For example, in terms of performance, you are not able to take over responsibilities whenever I'm not around. So personally, I thought that for me to leave a legacy in Elgeyo-marakwet, I needed a more robust deputy governor who could perform other duties, and especially having the cries from the youth. I decided that maybe I should have somebody who will handle the youth issues. And that's why I picked a deputy who is a youth, less than 30 years, and having been a director, he has done a lot of work. He's been able to revive a lot of cooperative societies.
But some of the concerns from the people about your choice of who is of Gabriel Lamaon Lagat, who is the designated deputy governor currently, is that you are from the same area or the same clan. And that boils up to the people of Keyo once again saying that they are being sidelined by the county government, and your choice seemingly is someone from Marakwet.
Maybe I should say that my choice is Wesley Rotich. He comes from Mombasa Road in Keyo North. I come from Marakwet West. Issues that I come from one clan are things that were perpetuated by my colleague and other people, because it's on record. Wesley is known, he's not from my clan. Wesley comes from Mombasa Ward. I come from Moiben Kuserwa Ward of Marakwet West. And,
I think
he has something to
and
say.
also
Let's just finish.
Maybe you should also tell us, because for us we are talking about balancing the two communities. Maybe Jangwan should tell us.
The same accusation has it been held against you.
Why did he have to pick somebody from Keyo community, and yet he knows very well that these two communities, they want a balance.
Please respond to that.
But first of all, anyway, I think it is it's a very wrong, Governor Tolgos, to actually say you are not related to Wesley Rotich. Wesley Rotich in the family tree is actually your uncle. Number two, Wesley Rotich, before you left Colonel Gobil, you were living with him in the same house. Yeah, these are facts. These are facts. So it's good to be honest when you're talking about these things.
Where was I living
I have no problem.
Maybe
I have no problem.
You should tell me where I was living with.
I have no problem with whether or not is related to you or the other way, because in any case, your government is replete with relatives.
Okay, let's just let him respond to that. Are you related to Wesley Rotich as your
I'm
deputy
not related
governor
with Wesley
currently?
Rotich. Yeah. And Changwan should tell me, where was I living with Wesley? Because as far as I know, Wesley, I knew him for the first time when he was appointed director of cooperative.
So you're not related?
I'm not related with him.
You have also been accused of picking someone from your community, knowing very well that the Kayos and the Marakwet, the ethnic arrangement here would not work out for that.
Yeah. First of all, let me say for the record that Tolgos is a son of Keyo. He grew up in Keyo. He was brought up in Keyo. He was educated in Keyo. We know him as a son of Keyo. And he appointed one of us who is from Emso, who is a Keyo. So I don't see why that should be a problem. But to answer why I selected my deputy, we have 4 sub-counties. I come from Keyo South. My deputy comes from Keyo North.
Why not pick a Marakwet, someone from a Marakwet sub-county?
There is no law that says the deputy must come from this tribe.
That is the argument that the people are giving.
People should be patient and see how will form my government. Because there are so many other positions that have never been filled, which are even more substantive than the position of a deputy governor.
So perhaps you would have no moral ground to ask him why he picked someone.
I have not asked him that. I said he's only a relative. And in any case, I said this guy is a Keyo. He grew up there. He was brought up there.
So you have no problem with his choice?
I only think it is another addition to a very inexperienced young man. He has just talked now, he's saying he found Lamaon to not be effective in his office. Yeah. Lamaon, with his education, with his experience in working in various fields, has much more experience to manage that office than that young man. So if that was his worry, he's in much more trouble. And that's our fear. Yeah, that's our fear. Because I think he pushed out Lamaon because he was a straight worker. We know there are so many shortcuts in the county government, many shortcuts. Okay. And we can demonstrate
All right. Yeah. Okay. Respond to that, then I want us to look at some clip.
First of all, let me say that the reason why Changwan is applying on an independent ticket, he gave the reason to Keyo that all the seats went to Marakwet. And now claiming that Tolgos is from Keyo, I don't know why he's now fighting, because if I'm from Keyo, then he doesn't have any reason, because Changwan is somebody we competed in 2013. I beat him in URP nomination. He ran to Kanu, citing that I stole votes in the URP nomination, which I beat him again. this year in the URP nomination, he came at a distance. He was number 3, and I'm wondering because that is the reason. Because the only reason he could come again on an independent ticket is to use this tribal politics of saying that all the seats have gone to Marakwet, and that one is on record, telling people that all the Marakwets have taken the seats, and now he is seeking to be elected on an independent ticket in order to redeem the seat to Keyo.
Well,
and now he's saying that I'm a Keyo. So I'm wondering because the truth now is coming out because Changwon, what he should have done is just to retire amply and leave me to continue with
the Constitution allows me to.
It allows you, but the reasons why you cited, because I would be very happy.
Justified. It doesn't have to be justified by the fact that somebody said all the seats have gone to Keyo. The Constitution allows me.
Right.
But you are not saying that.
I would want us to take a look at a clip. You seem to have been in quite some trouble the few times that the President and Deputy President William Ruto has come here. There have been some hecklings on you with the people demanding that Changwon addresses them. Let's take a look at that clip, and I would like both of you to respond to the changing tides in Elgeyo-marakwet in terms of the politics. Let's take a look at that clip.
Lakini sisi tunakuombea kura. Na wananchi wa eneo hii tungependa ile uvumi kwamba watu wa independent na wako na Ruto ikome kutoka leo.
All right, so the people openly said that they want him to address the crowds. The Deputy President, William Ruto, was there. There looks like there might be a protest vote against you and Marakwet based on some of the things that we've already discussed here. Are you a scared man?
No, I'm not a scared man. First of all, Changwon was not supposed to be in that meeting. It was a Jubilee presidential campaign. He's on an independent ticket. And he decided to ferry hooligans, not even from Elgeyo-marakwet, from other counties, to come and disrupt a presidential function. And when you look at all these people were carrying Changwon's posters, to me, I thought if he really wanted to support the president, he should have come with both posters of the president and himself. But again, he was not supposed to be in that meeting. And I gave him an opportunity to talk. And after
you gave him the opportunity.
I gave him the opportunity because I realized that it was embarrassing for Elgeyo-marakwet not to give the president a chance. Because if I could not have given him an opportunity to speak, those people could not have allowed the president to talk because they were there on a mission to ensure that Changwon is given an opportunity to speak.
Changwon, did you ferry hooligans to a presidential function?
First of all, Akisa, I think is referring to a different function completely. I think the clip we just watched and the question you just asked referred to the visit of the president to our headquarters in Iten when the deputy president was there. So he's referring to a completely, but they are all the same. I just wanted to bring it to the perspective of the question that Akisa is referring to this meeting in Iten where the deputy president was. I want us to address that first. And
the clip was showing
isn't it true, Governor Tolgos, that you had 6 lorries that ferried drunken young men to Iten? Isn't it true that prior to the presidential visit, we had a security meeting, which we were all briefed that this is a presidential function and none of us should actually campaign? Isn't it true that you did a roadshow with 6 lorries and drunken youth in Iten, which actually annoyed many of my supporters? It's also wrong to say I cannot attend a presidential function when that president is indeed my choice. I have a right as a Kenyan.
You have a right as a Kenyan, but you don't have a right to...
And make a decision on who my president is. We had a president visiting Elgeyo-marakwet. That's the president of Kenya. It's not the president of Elgeyo-marakwet and not the president of Jubilee. is the president of Kenya, at least up to this point.
So
I think
answer my question.
yes.
Did you ferry hooligans to that particular meeting like he says?
No. If he wants to refer to my supporters in Jeb Korea as hooligans, then I'm really very sorry. Because those people who are in Jeb Korea were not ferried from anywhere. In fact, if there are any people who came, they came from his own home in Elgeyo North, in Alori. Are those hooligans? Hooligans?
What I must say is that, first of all, Changwany is referring to that meeting, to the meeting in Iten. Whereas the truth is that he was never given an opportunity to speak in Iten. So the meeting was in Jeb Korea. And if they were my hooligans, so how could they have carried Changwany's posters? And also, I wanted to give him an opportunity at that time to talk in front of the president, because I think Changwany thought that maybe if he was given an opportunity, the people will think that he's popular and he'll be given votes. And I want just tell him that the truth will come out on 8th of August. Because to me, I've never seen Elgeyo-marakwet people shout at anybody. We've attended so many rallies. We campaigned in 2013. But this came out after the incitement that all the seats went to Marakwet. Changwany held several meetings, and he ferried people from Uasin Gishu County in flags. These are these are workers who are working in many so many.
I think those voters are watching you, Governor Tolgos.
They are watching me.
If you are saying those were hooligans,
I know them. I know my fathers. They voted for me and elected me for me 3 times, and I know them.
I'm really very sorry. Those who
I
are
know my fathers, and I know people of Jeb Korea. I know everybody in Jeb Korea. But the people who are shouting at me in that forum are not people. They were new faces. I've never seen them. And later on, we realized, and we even found your people paying them in the forest beyond Elgeyo-marakwet boundaries.
Do you have
Which
evidence
forest?
on that?
I saw them.
Do you have proof that they were my people paying them?
We have the proof.
Yeah, I would need to deal with that, please.
Yeah.
I would want to.
And everybody knows. You go to Jeb Korea today,
yeah.
And in fact, as I speak now, I've received a delegation of elders coming to distance themselves from what happened in Jeb Korea. Because the president was in Marakwet East. And in Marakwet East, we had all the aspirants in KANU, in Independent. But they just requested to be recognized, but not to force their way to address the people in the presence of the president.
Okay,
but Changwany, you forced yourself. But
no, how did I force myself, Governor Tolo?
And I gave you an opportunity.
If the
I was
people who
so
came to welcome the president.
I understand we have very little time. As we know that Elgeyo-marakwet has been termed a hotspot in this particular election, and the ethnic divisions are very clear. If you are elected, how would you handle the ethnic divisions in this county?
Yeah. Madam Akisa, I'm very clear in my mind that I would want to unite these two communities beyond levels that they are today. Cities today, there are certain cracks on the unity of the Elgeyo people because of the way he structured his government, the way he structured his allocation of resources, the way he has administered the county, has actually threatened to divide us. I will want to address those problems and bring these two communities together. And it's not only Keyos and Marakwets. We have other communities in Elgeyo-marakwet County. We have minorities like the Senkweres, we have Kikuyus, we have Luyas. So we have all these people within our county. Okay. And we must bring all these people together. And
fair enough. Yeah. Governor, how are you going to handle that if you are re-elected?
If I'm re-elected, which I'm sure I will be re-elected, and I've been in Elgeyo-marakwet as a governor for 4 years. The people of Elgeyo-marakwet know what I've done for them, and even the extent that I've gone out of my way in order to unite all the communities living in Elgeyo-marakwet County. And I'm also on record to having employed even from other communities, not only in Marakwet. My first county secretary was a Luo, and I gave him that opportunity because I wanted somebody who could come and see Elgeyo-marakwet as one. And I don't have any doubt that anybody in Elgeyo-marakwet has any doubts that if I'm elected on 8th of August, I will not be able to unite.
All right.
Mine is to just say I will continue uniting Elgeyo-marakwet the way I've been doing, and to just tell my friend that wait for 9th of August and you'll be ashamed for the 4th time.
All right. If you were not in the race, would you have voted for him as governor?
Personally, I don't believe there are other aspirants, because comparing the other 4 aspirants, I think I would have voted for an aspirant like the other 3 are okay, because the way they even chose their deputy governors reflected that they wanted to unite the community.
So you would not in any way vote for him?
Not at all.
Changwany, if you were not in the race, would you have voted for Mr. Tolgos here?
Well, how would I imagine that I would vote for him? I will.
Okay, gentlemen, we asked people on social media on whether they would vote, or on who they would vote for. So most of our responses are definitely from people who have votes in Elgeyo-marakwet County. I'll just sample a number of the views here and take a look at what they've had to say. Kelem says Tolgos is the best. We also have Biwat, who says, I will vote for Changwany. We have another one who says, Korir says, Tolgos Tanotena. And finally, Pitwero says, my vote is for Moses Changwany. Thank you very much for engaging with us tonight, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Moses Changwany, he is the former immediate managing director of Sasini Tea, and he is seeking your votes, the people of Elgeyo-marakwet, to be your next governor, running as an independent candidate, and the incumbent Alex Tolgos seeking a second term. This is how we wrap it up here on the Battlegrounds of Choice 2017. Many thanks for joining us. We'll definitely be going to another county next Thursday, so don't go too far. But remember, Linda Ogutu comes in next with primetime news, then later on with an extension of Choice 2017. From here in Eldoret, it is good night from us.
Thank you.